Welcome back to the 128 KB podcast. We are back once again.
Due to lack of popular demand.
I've said that so many times that I forgot how to say podcast.
Oh, wow.
I said popcast.
Oh, I like popcast.
Yeah, it's just like a 1990s Saturday morning show.
Yes. Yeah, yes. We could take the pop filters off and then pop.
Welcome to Popcast.
Popcast.
This is your weekly dose of all things gaming with two, as my brother would say, hyperbolic gamers.
Oh, yes. I like it. Yes.
We don't deal in clickbait.
No,
we do. I was actually on a long car journey with my brother last weekend.
Yes.
A little family trip away. It was really nice. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I'm glad. I did ask you, just not here.
And he was like, he had Spotify on.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Do you want to listen to a podcast?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." So, and he paused. And he went, "Actually, the only ones I download are yours." I was like, "I don't want a car journey listening to myself."
Amazing.
Just me. Although, actually, I did do some work here.
Oh.
Do some work in the evening.
Oh, yeah.
And I did actually listen to 2 of our episodes.
Oh, good.
I don't normally listen to our podcast.
No.
I've got to be honest.
Wow.
I don't know if that's normal or not.
I don't know. I don't often. I do sometimes.
Yeah. I'll watch them.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll watch them, but I've never, just listening.
Oh, okay. Yes. I think when we very, very first started, I used to put them on the car when I drive down here.
Okay. Now not so much.
Now, no. I'm not a fan of the show, So
I don't really like it.
I don't really like it. So
yeah, they like Xbox too much and they're just rambling on that stuff. No, I was doing some tweaks to the set, you may have noticed.
Oh, I hadn't noticed, no.
Yeah, those of you watching can see. Yes. I finally covered out that horrible white bit of plastic behind me with 1,000 stickers.
I'm glad. It looks great.
Yeah, thanks very much.
There's some really cool stickers.
I even left a little Easter egg behind you as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, so how's your week in gaming been?
It's been pretty good. Yeah. Well, kind of disappointing because of some things we'll talk about in a moment.
No.
Yeah. The first disappointment is I've been really enjoying Star Wars Outlaws.
You're the person.
I'm the only person
you're the
propping up Ubisoft.
It. Yeah.
All the stocks are dropping.
What's happening with Ubisoft?
They're screwed.
Yeah.
It's good. They need to change. Do you know what I mean?
Do. Yeah.
And this looks like the inevitable change.
Even they do definitely need to change. Even Outlaws, which is an all right game. I think you're enjoying it more because you're a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
So being in that world's kind of exciting.
And I feel like it's got like retro feel vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like I said before, where I feel like it's of the age of like Sam Fisher's Splinter Cell and Hitman kind of style, where those
very
forced stealth and like big consequences. Like if you do one mistake, you're back to the beginning. Yeah. Which people have hated, but I've kind of liked.
But what I was going to say is pretty much that. They have an unfortunate habit of copy and pasting a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
And Star Wars Outlaws, if you take the kind of love for Star Wars out of it, it's just a copy and paste of a lot of their other games.
Yeah, I do feel like this is different though. Yeah. It doesn't feel like Far Cry or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like all the other ones do feel that way. I do feel like they actually tried something different here. And I feel like people haven't given it enough credit personally. Like I much prefer this over their other stuff. I don't even bother playing Assassin's Creed or Far Cry anymore because they're all the same as the first games that released 20 years ago.
So what's happened to the new Assassin's Creed then?
Yeah.
What's happening with it?
They're delaying it until next
Shadows,
year.
Isn't it?
I don't know. Something like that.
Something.
They've seen Ghost of Satsuma and gone, okay, let's delay it.
A genuinely great game that's 4 years old?
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, they are delaying that until next year because I believe they want to polish it to a higher standard because Star Wars had some issues.
It definitely did, yeah.
It had issues at launch with it had like a terrible VRAM leak and stuff like that. So on PC, it was just after like a couple of hours, you had to restart the game.
Just crashes.
Yeah. Well, it would just, everything looked like a potato because your VRAM's like way over what you're capable of for no reason. And there was other glitches and stuff. And then like people were finding the game too hard. So they were trying to patch in stuff like that. Basically, it was probably still needed another 6 months worth of work before they should have released it. And they've gone, okay, I read like an internal email from the top dude of Ubisoft sending it to everyone. And that's basically what he said. He said people are demanding or expecting more from a game. And I think people expect too much these days, but that's for another discussion, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe expectations too high. I think expectations are rightly high when the game is so expensive.
Yes, yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, I agree in these cases they should be more polished.
Yeah.
But I just mean overall in gaming,
if that game
expect too much.
If a game that had those issues was, say, like $40, $40, you go, I think expectations be slightly tempered.
Yeah, I think stuff like that should just be fixed anyway. Like,
yes,
I don't think we should expect to deal with these kind of problems at all.
What was your problem this week?
My problem was playing that.
Yeah.
My Ubisoft free trial ran out. So now I can't play Star Wars Outlaws anymore.
I actually forgot that your opinion of this game doesn't count at all.
Because I bought it.
So biased.
So
it was free.
I was playing it on the free trial. I had an Ubisoft trial.
Plus free trial. Have you cancelled your renewal on it?
Oh, I never let it renew, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like I did the 1 month free code or whatever that we had, and I just never put my details in.
So what's the problem then?
I can't keep playing it and I want to.
Well, I thought you got it, didn't you? Did you not buy it?
No.
That's so good, I didn't buy it.
No, I would buy it, but I kind of got it for free. So...
Oh, yes.
You remember we had this conversation where you buy computer parts and gaming stuff?
Last episode of the podcast.
Yeah, and you get free stuff. I'm still waiting for them to send me the key, so I can't play. So that was my disappointing news.
That is disappointing.
How about your week in gaming?
I actually got to experience the Ally X in a bit more of its kind of its intended use case. Because, like I say, I was on a little family trip, just my brothers and sisters. It was really lovely.
Oh, so you did the classic family thing of being family and let them go and do something, and you sit there and play games.
Yeah, I went full autistic. Great. I was like, I'm doing this.
I'm not here. I'm playing this.
I didn't actually get to play it that much.
Oh.
But I got to share in the excitement of it with my brothers and sisters. My younger sister's quite into gaming.
Wow.
Which I didn't know until the trip. Which was quite cool.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my older brother and my other brother are both really into gaming as well. And they, like I said, my brother listens to the podcast and he was asking about, you talk about this Ally X thing, I'd really love to see it. I was like, well, I'll bring it with me.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's like, honestly, it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
It's AAA gaming on the go.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, it was nice to see their excitement and sharing
and
of this
to be able to show and share your enthusiasm. Yeah, that's awesome.
So it was cool to see it in its intended use, because in truth, I've been playing it in a situation where I could just turn the Xbox or PlayStation on.
You've just been playing it in
sat there.
Yeah.
So it's not really its kind of ideal use case. Although, to be fair, in that situation, it's so much easier to play the games. Like I said before, the gift that the Ally X, and I imagine all the PC handhelds will give you, is you can have your favourite game experience, but without the hassle of turning on TV, interrupting the whole lounge or whatever.
Yeah, you can just bang straight in.
It doesn't feel like you're having to allocate time to play games and just pick it up and play it.
Yes. Yeah.
That's I didn't realise how valuable that is.
Yes.
It just means you play more.
Yeah, it does.
It's less of a big deal.
Yes. Yeah.
And you'll probably play for shorter periods of time as well.
Yeah, but more frequently.
Yeah. I think it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they just don't ask for it back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. They've sent it back to them a couple of weeks ago.
Because I'll take it to the pawnbrokers. Buy a PS5 Pro.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, especially with what we're talking about today. But you did try and buy something.
What?
And then you actually bought something.
No, what? No, we're not allowed to talk about that.
No,
we're not allowed to talk about that.
Something that you said you hated.
Sorry. Oh, that's the end of the show. So thanks for listening.
Well, before we talk about what you bought, let's talk about the experience of trying to pre-order the 30th anniversary edition PlayStation stuff.
So this is the start of that story. This is the slippery slope of being in my little brain. So the 30th anniversary, it's a big week for PlayStation. This is what this whole episode's about. It's been a huge week for PlayStation. We saw the PS5 Pro launch. Yeah. The announcement, was it last week?
I don't know.
Week before?
Something like that.
And obviously we were quite hard on it for its price. Everyone's quite hard on it for its price because it's overpriced.
Yeah, the price is really high.
Yeah. Then we had the State of Play.
Yes.
Which was, we'll go into a lot of detail on that. That's what we're going to talk about. And also, we had a separate announcement of the 30th anniversary of PlayStation, which is December this year.
Yes.
December 1994. 30 years.
I know, it's bad, isn't it?
Wow. I remember it launching quite clearly.
I don't remember it launching, but I remember playing the original.
I was going to say how old I was. I'm not going to, because then it gives everyone a clue on how old I actually am.
AJ's a vampire.
I am a vampire.
Don't let anyone know that.
I'm like Aunt May in Spider-Man.
I love it.
I don't know why that went off. It's because I saw a post about it earlier.
You're thinking of Aunt May.
You know the Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movies?
Yes,
Aunt May's quite attractive.
Yeah, she's like 20.
Yeah. But she's not. The actor's actually in her 50s.
Yeah.
But she just looks really... Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a weird tangent. That's AJ's private time.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say that's for the
that's Stellar Blade moments.
Yes. Yeah.
Where were we? 30th anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah, so they had their 30th anniversary announcement, and the celebrations of it is they're going to release some 30th anniversary PS5 consoles and accessories, and I was instantly in love.
I was as well.
I know it's a real mixed reaction to it as well. A lot of people think it's butt ugly.
I know, it's amazing.
We've talked about the
we
OG
love the
PS1
aesthetics of the original.
and like loving it, like that weird grey, the rainbow logo.
Yes.
I love the rainbow logo. I looked at it straight away and was like, PlayStation.
Yes.
That's what I've missed.
Yes.
It's in my mind, it's a lovely hybrid of like modern sensibility. Like that grey is quite sensible and boring.
Yeah.
And the flash of colour is like Nintendo fun.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's what I loved about it originally.
Yeah.
I'm a huge sucker, A, for new shiny things, and B, for nostalgia.
Exactly what I was going to say. That nostalgia that makes me feel just looking at them.
Yeah.
I was like, and the way they did the boxes, like the original PlayStations and stuff, I was like, oh man.
It's so cool.
Like, that makes me want one so much more. Like, nothing to do with the resale value that you could flip it for like 10 times the price.
Scalpers have been hot on this.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they announced those lovely grey colours of everything as well.
Of everything. The PS5 disc edition, PS5 Pro disc edition with a disc drive cover.
Yes.
Come on. Just put the disc drive in it,
How
guys.
stupid
It's the
was that?
Pro. It's the special edition Pro as well.
Because we were talking, I was like, it comes with everything. It comes with the disc drive. You're like, no. I was like, yeah, it does. You're like, no, it's the cover for the disc. I was like, oh my, what?
Sucks, doesn't it? But it does have a stand included.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it came with the stand. And it actually came with the DualSense Edge, which it should do anyway.
Yeah, that was the bundle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You could get the DualSense Edge, its case, the stand, the PS5 Pro, and the disc cover. And they were limited, the Pros. It was 12,300 units.
Wasn't it 12,800?
300.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
There must be relevance to that number.
Yeah, but I don't know what the number means. If someone will know, someone will Google it while you're watching this and put it in the comments, because I couldn't be bothered to figure it out.
No, I didn't.
Every time I saw the number, I was like, I need to know what that number means. And then I always forgot it.
Yeah. That's how many scalpers have got it on eBay right now.
It's literally that. They also had the DualSense Edge controller as a special edition.
Yep.
The Portal special edition, and the DualSense controller. Which looks beautiful.
Yes.
It honestly looked beautiful for me anyway.
Yeah. I think they all look great.
Yeah.
Like really nice.
So it was yesterday that the pre-orders opened at the time of recording this, so you know when we record them now. And yesterday morning, we were both like, oh, we're going to hop in the queue.
Yes.
And I had zero intentions of getting anything.
Yeah, me too.
I got no interest in it. I just think the stuff I don't need, stuff I probably won't use. It's just because it looks cool.
Yes.
And I'll sit on a shelf.
Yeah, I wasn't going in to buy anything.
No.
But I was willing to see if there would be availability on the Pro bundle.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'd love to have a PS5 Pro.
Of course.
The price is way too high.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even be able to afford to buy one. But I was like, I'd love to have one. And if it would be the 30th edition, I'd be like, sweet. I know that when the PS6 comes out,
I can sell that.
I can sell that for real good money.
Yeah.
So I was I was intrigued to see. And so we sat there in the queue.
9 a.m. I was like, all right, I'm going to go in the queue, because I thought it was 9. And then about 10 minutes in, you go, it opens at 10.
Yes.
Like, oh, I'm in the queue anyway.
Yeah.
I made a massive mistake. I'd clicked on the wrong queue.
Even though I sent you the link for the right one.
Yeah, I had already rushed ahead. I was impatient. And I had gone into the queue for like the PlayStation Shapes.
Great.
Like merch board
Throwing
game
shapes.
thing, weird nonsense. I don't even know what it is.
I have no idea.
So by the time the queue had finished, I realised I was on the wrong page entirely, and I'm not going to be able to do this.
Yeah.
I also thought I'd have plenty of time because I had a meeting, like a Zoom call thing at like 10 to 11.
Yeah.
I was like, 9 o'clock I'll get in there. I'll definitely get in. And then realised it was 10 o'clock. I was like, I'll definitely get in an hour.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was like countdown. You got 10 minutes left. I was like, I'm going to have like 10 minutes spare. I'm going to do this. And then the time started going up.
It started going up. Like mine was the same. It counted all the way down.
Yeah.
Got to 8 minutes and then started backing up again. I got back to 20 odd minutes. I was like, oh, what? Like,
and in this moment, I'm like, why am I doing this? Because I hate pre-ordering stuff.
Yeah.
It's like one of the biggest bits of advice we give everyone. Don't pre-order anything.
Yeah.
I hate pre-ordering stuff. The idea of scarcity really annoys me.
Yes.
Because it annoyed me with the PS5 a lot.
Yeah.
Purposefully making things scarce. It's a real nasty tactic.
Yep.
And queuing in order to buy something that's scarce, I know why they're doing it. It's so obvious. It's going to create that kind of fever of like, I need to get this.
Need to buy this.
And yet there I am sat there like an idiot doing it.
Yes. And the annoying thing is it's a queue system that's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Why even let you queue?
I know.
Like it should like ping through and only let people queue if they're available.
Yeah.
Like or
do a lottery or something.
Like click on the link for per item so that then you know whether you've got a chance or not.
And the problem with like open queuing is that inevitably it just means that scalpers who are there like militant kind of 1,000 browsers open, different devices, they're gonna get hold of a lot of them. Yeah. And that's what we've seen.
Yes,
they've got hold of a lot of them, and instantly they're listed on eBay for like double the money.
Of $4,000 to $7,000 I've seen on eBay here
for the Pro.
For the bundle that was £950.
Ridiculous.
To pre-order, which I was actually like quite impressed by because I saw the leak that said it would be $1,000 for that bundle. Yeah. So I immediately thought that's 1,200 quid here in the UK, 1,200. It wasn't. It was 950. So I was like, okay, that's more like
it's kind of fair.
Yeah, like it's still ludicrous, but
I'd gone to the wrong page.
Yes, you had. Yes,
this is my queuing problem.
Yes.
So I was hating myself. I hated myself originally that I liked it. Yeah. Hating myself for joining in with the problem.
Yes,
and then finally get through the queue. And by this time, I'm already in the meeting, so it's just open on another window. I'm just like, yes, that sounds interesting. Kind of at the corner of my eye looking. I'm on the wrong page. I've missed it. I won't even be able to see how much it was now.
Yes, yeah.
So I go back, land on the page again, and I can see what's available now.
Yeah.
But I'm like half an hour late.
Yes. Yeah.
So well.
Before you continue that, I got in on time. So I was queuing. I got in there immediately. Straight away, out of stock.
Really?
Yeah, PS5 Pro, gone. So
scalpers.
Immediately. And I was like, what? And it said not available. I was like, why is it not the time yet or something? Like, is it going to like refresh?
Yeah.
No, it's just gone. Like the pre-order for the like normal Pro was there, but then I didn't even see a link for anything else. So I was like, what? I can't see the DualSense, like nothing. It just landed me on the Pro page and that was it. So I clicked off.
Yeah.
Until you told me what you'd done, which we'll talk about in a sec. Then I went back on. I went, everything else is out of stock now anyway, other than I think the Edge.
Edge didn't sell very well.
So I was like, okay, well, there we go then. I'm not buying anything.
Yeah. So I went back around and managed to find the page again, and there was no queue the second time, but I was late. So then I'm just out the corner of my eye, I'm just scrolling through like what's available because I can't. I've got to pretend that I'm actually interested in this meeting. And then I start panicking. And I don't know why, because I said to myself, I don't want any part of this. I maybe was interested in a DualSense controller if it was reasonably priced, but I kind of fully expected them to like double the price.
Yeah.
DualSense controller was sold out. The PS5 Pro bundle was sold out.
Yep.
There was part of me that was kind of tempted about that.
Should have just bought a stand.
Just the stand.
Just to say you participated.
30 quid.
I got the stand.
Yeah. DualSense Edge was still in stock, which I wasn't surprised about because I'm not sure how many people.
220 quid or something.
Well, no. And then I saw it.
Yeah. The mistake.
I don't know why I've done this. I still don't know why I've done this.
Go on, let us have it.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's the product that I probably hate the most. I pre-ordered something.
What was it? Come on.
I pre-ordered one of the things.
Go on. You've got to let it out to make it feel better, you know.
I don't know if this will make me feel better. I pre-ordered.
You've got to acknowledge.
I saw that the price was only £10 more than the normal price of this thing. I was like, wow, actually, that's quite good.
That's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
I pre-ordered the 30th anniversary PlayStation Portal.
After everything we've said about the Portal,
I know,
here in the podcast land for so long now.
I know.
And you bought one. I'm pretty sure there's a quote flying around in one of our episodes that will say, I never will buy a Portal.
Almost certainly I've said that.
Yeah.
And I stand by everything I say until the next day when my mind will definitely be changed.
Yeah. But to be fair, it looks really cool.
It looks really cool.
Like, in that like nice, 30th anniversary. The box is also cool on the wall behind you.
That no one sees.
Yeah, no one sees. Oh, it's not even in shot.
It's not in shot, no.
Oh, okay. Well, behind AJ's head, floating above him, there's all the boxes of like every console and stuff. And it will have really good resale value like in the future.
Thanks for making me feel a bit better about it.
Yeah.
You did actually make me feel a little bit better straight away by going onto eBay and showing me the resale prices.
Yeah, well, immediately.
The people scalping them.
Yeah, so you paid like 10 quid more than the base price.
Yeah.
And so what's that, like 200?
£209 I paid.
£209. On eBay, immediately they were $350.
That's mental.
Immediately. And then that's what made me go and look at the pros.
Yeah.
The $4,000 to $7,000. I was like, no one's going to buy that.
I reckon people will.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
There'll be rich people that'll be like, I want it and I'll pay it.
Yeah, of course.
It will drop in price though.
Yeah.
When all the fever dies down.
Yeah.
I knew what I was doing as I was doing it as well. I'm taking part in this ridiculous game, this fever that PlayStation create. I know I'm taking part of it. And I had options to opt out along the way. Yeah. I'm already talking to someone else. So I'm doing it whilst I'm talking to them, which is kind of rude. I acknowledge that.
They're like, AJ, you there? And you're like,
yeah. It actually interrupted the meeting at one point. Because when
ding, what's that?
The browser had a sound when you got to the front of the queue to like prompt you to go and look.
Yeah, nice.
And the guy was like, "What was that noise?" I was like, "Oh, sorry, it's just something open on another window."
Yeah. Sorry, that's PlayStation. Oh,
yeah, it's just PlayStation. Whilst I'm talking to the Asus. Oh, yeah. I had another option to opt out because it didn't have my delivery address saved into my profile for some reason. So I had to manually type it in as well. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm typing this in. Pre-order, done. And then I kind of said to myself, it's all right, I can cancel it if I want. I can cancel it because it doesn't arrive until November.
Yeah, true.
It's like an early Christmas present.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to cancel it. And, then I'm trying to justify it to myself afterwards. Yeah, it's cool. It's a really cool looking thing. I do love how it looks. I'm a sucker for the nostalgia part. It's a special thing. It's the 30th anniversary of the games console that I properly fell in love with. That really got me into gaming.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's kind of
part of my well-known PlayStation Portal.
It's so mean to me.
No, it's going to be cool. It is going to be cool.
And also then I'm like, maybe I'll treat it a bit like how I'm treating the Ally X, but for the PlayStation.
It makes more sense, actually.
Yeah.
Like, in your situation.
I still know that all of the games I own on PlayStation are disc.
Yes.
So they're going to have to be in the console.
You're going to have to be sat next to it.
I'm going to have to be sat next to it.
But I genuinely think you would use that more.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean? Like, can you wake the PlayStation up from the Portal? You can.
When it's in rest.
Oh, that's fine.
Off.
Yeah, that's fine. So just leave it in rest mode all the time. Yeah. And then, there you go. Done.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun, because like you said, the Ally X is going to go back to Asus at some point.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that the Portal has a proper DualSense on it
with all
with all the features.
Yeah.
You got haptics and everything else. So I think you probably get more use case out of that.
Yeah.
So
the adaptive triggers.
And it's going to look so good. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it does look cool.
It looks so cool. Like
I think rather foolishly, I actually love the box the most.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree. The box is really cool.
Why, man?
Yeah, don't know.
Why do they do it to me?
I know.
I'm sorry, everyone. I know that makes me a massive hypocrite. Massive hypocrite. I'm fully aware of it.
To be fair, though, if I still had my PlayStation, I would have bought the Portal as well.
I just want to say, what's Ghost of Tsushima going to be like on the Portal? Might be quite fun.
Yeah.
Handheld.
Yeah.
I'm really scraping here.
I'm just intrigued to see how the internet handles it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, here it will be fine.
Yeah.
Because at the studio, we've got really good internet. That'll be fine. Anywhere else, it's going to suck balls.
Yeah.
It's going to be like really bad cloud streaming. Probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm looking forward to testing it.
Do you know what? I might actually do some tests. I might go to like a local cafe and stuff and use like public Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Compromise all my public details.
Yes.
And
yes, do that.
Yeah.
Yes. You should do it like when I'm down and like, we can like vlog it. Yeah.
Vlog style.
Yeah.
Should we become Vlog Squad?
Yes.
There has
Vlogcast.
been a few regular like subscribers. I'm not sure the channel members, but subscribers popping up on the various channels keep asking us to do like, I want you to do tours of your like Andy, I want you to show me your gaming room. AJ, show me where your gaming stuff is. And maybe, although it would be quite a small tour.
Not if you get like a macro lens and show every single...
show every game.
Yeah. This one.
Here is the PlayStation 2 version of Cold Winter.
I think that's what you should do.
Yeah.
It would be a 3-hour tour.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do some like behind the scenesy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know where and how.
We'll figure it out.
But it's definitely stuff that I imagine like subscribers and members would like.
Yeah, of course.
Vlog Squad.
Yes.
Do you watch vlogs?
No,
I haven't watched vlogs for a long time. Are they still a thing?
Don't know, really. I remember really enjoying the vlog I did of the Switch OLED when I got it.
Yes.
So when I got the Switch OLED, I filmed it, like going in,
picking it up,
you know, and do all that kind of stuff. I thought that was fun.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I think those big moments, they're worth it.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been many big moments like that since.
Your big moment will be going to the front door and receiving the ball from the postman.
Do you know, that's actually one of the things that's really sad. Like buying digital games, or even buying physical things online.
Yes,
it's cool because it's really easy and quite often a bit cheaper.
Yeah,
so you can shop around really easily. But that magic,
of queuing,
of waiting till midnight,
7 hours.
How many times did you queue for a game though?
Yeah, loads.
Like that was an excitement thing.
Yeah, my most like recent like good nostalgia memory of this was the release of the Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah,
and I went and waited at my local game store at midnight, and like and that was so cool. Like queuing up, and everyone else was there for the same reason.
You're all there together, aren't you?
And
it's
then
like a mini expo.
Yeah, and then you go in, you get to buy it, like, and it's like and then I came home, was like, sweet, I'm really tired now.
Been out for 6 hours.
Yeah.
It's definitely not better, but it is an experience.
Yeah, you
missing.
lose all that.
Yeah,
you do lose that
excitement.
Yeah.
Did you see? Well, I mean, you would have edited the video, but 75% of games sold in the UK in August.
Didn't see that. So
you were editing it, so
I outsourced it to Fiverr.
That does make sense. Yeah. That's why they keep stitching me up with stupid bits. Yeah, good. Yeah. 75% of the games sold in the UK in August were digital.
Wow.
75.
Yeah, it's mad. 75% in the UK, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the UK. Yeah. So only 25%. There's 1.74 million copies of games sold in the UK in August, and only 25% of them were actually physical sales.
Yeah, it's mad.
That is mad.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm part of the problem now. I haven't bought a physical game in ages.
I think we're all getting that. Well, clearly we're all getting that way. And one thing I'm very aware of as well is that discourse that happens on the internet, on videos like this, in the comment section, Reddit, Twitter and stuff, is really actually not that representative of the gaming industry at large.
Yeah.
Like most of us console gamers are like trying to hold on to the physical thing like really dearly because we always want access to our games. And digital's only renting and all of those kind of like rhetorics, which I tend to agree with, but actually en masse is just not the opinion at all. People just want they just want a Netflix type experience, just want it easy.
But it's also not valid anymore because every game needs a day one patch.
It's 100% not valid,
The PS5, now that they've got this stupid disc like attachment, it needs to be registered online. Yeah. So it's not even usable. Yeah. So do you know what I mean? Like it's not the same as having a PS1 and the game is on the disc,
Yeah.
whether for good or bad, if it's got bugs or not. Do you know what I mean? Like where that can boot up.
And how are you playing PS1 games now?
Yeah, exactly.
On that, it's 30 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck if it switches on.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not even really a valid point anymore because, okay, you got the disc, but it ain't going to play.
Yeah, and the other thing with those discs, I look at like some of the PS1 games behind me. I don't know how much life they've got left before they start rotting.
Yeah, rotting, yeah.
It can't be that much longer.
No, I've no idea.
If they get to 40 years old?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah.
So yeah, they've all got limited life. So in many respects, digital is a better way of archiving.
For me, it's just
convenience, isn't it?
It's convenience.
Yeah.
Being able to boot up like my Ally or even the Xbox or whatever and just having them all installed digitally, and then I don't need to go and get a disc. I hate it when it goes, please insert the disc. And it's like, we've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on disc.
Same.
And it's never in there.
Nope.
So it's like, hit play. Oh man, I got to go get
Why haven't
up.
they bypassed that yet?
It's so stupid.
Because surely they could save the key to your account.
They should do. And you should be able to link the key if you're going to sell the disc or whatever. But no, they don't. And then it's always spinning up and stuff. I'm like, nah.
Tractor, isn't it?
And obviously, I'm pretty much exclusively playing my Ally X now. So everything's digital.
Yep.
You know? So it's like, it's so much better. Yeah. I can just be like, I want to play that. Doink. And then it pops up. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to faff around.
Completely agree.
And the cheaper. Do you know what I mean?
You can get...
For PC side at least.
Yeah. And that's one thing that's sadly missing with the console market is that closed ecosystem thing. See, with the PC, you've got multiple marketplaces in which you could buy keys for games.
And you can for Xbox as well, to be honest.
Yes, you can.
It's just PlayStation that screw you up and Nintendo.
Yeah. That closed marketplace thing just makes things... Well, they keep having court cases against them for it, don't they? Overpricing, monopolies and all that. But anyway,
yes,
random tangents. I'm sorry about the portal, everyone. But I will let you know if it's actually good.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I am.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see it and be like, I wish I'd bought one, even though I don't have a PlayStation anymore.
It's just a window into how much of a child I still am. Oh, new shiny thing. Oh, piece of candy.
Yeah. No, I think it's cool. I'm glad you got one.
State of play.
Yes.
PlayStation. It was a real mixed bag.
It was, yeah.
Of Fortnite again, still remasters from the PS4 again, still, and then some of the greatest games ever made.
Yeah,
like all mixed together.
It was a real like all over the place, wasn't it? It's like
it started off, and I was like, "Oh, that's another letdown one."
Yeah,
and then by the end, I was a bit excited.
Yeah, by the end, I was hyped.
It was like, "Oh, there's a few good games in there that actually look like they'll be really cool."
Yeah, there's definitely some good games. And even like the remaster, which we'll touch on, like initially I was like, meh. And then afterwards
you dig
I was
into
like,
it and you go, in fairness.
Actually, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Just on face value.
Yes.
Was enough shown to make you want a PS5 Pro more?
Yeah. But there's only one reason. One reason alone.
I might as well go straight to it.
It was Ghosts.
Yeah, Satsuma. Ghosts of Satsuma.
Yeah,
Smash that bingo card.
Ghosts of Satsuma 2, which is actually called Ghosts of Yokai.
It's not Yokai.
It is. It's Yokai Watch. The well-known Nintendo game that's a rip-off of Pokemon.
Nobody knows that.
Everyone knows Yokai. Come on.
So that's such a niche bit of Nintendo lore, that is.
So I'm calling it Ghosts of Yokai now.
Ghosts of Yotai.
Or Yeti.
Ghosts of Yeti is quite good.
Ghosts of Yeti.
Ghosts of Satsuma 2.
Yeah, Satsuma
Ghosts of
2.
Yeti.
Yeah.
You corrected me as well. I assumed it was set in the same time frame.
Yes, it's not.
It's totally not.
Totally
Shows
not.
you how much I paid attention. I didn't at all. You actually saved me in the news video. You edited it out. You texted me and went, "You've made a massive mistake here.
You're wrong here. Like, whoopsie." I was like,
I'm so glad you got my back.
It.
If I was editing that, I'd have just let it go, let it fly, watch the comments come in.
I let it go because I didn't notice it, and I went back and I was like, "Hang on a second." I was like, "I think I heard something there."
It would have been an ASAP Rocky moment.
Yeah. One of my favourite moments ever in an AJ video with Need for Speed. What was it?
I can't remember.
Unbound or something?
Yeah,
we called
it might
it
have been,
something like that. And ASAP Rocky was in it.
He did the soundtrack, didn't he?
And AJ did this whole video, and the entire video you're calling him ASAP Rocky.
I have no idea who it was.
And I edited it. And I left it. I didn't even tell you until after. I was like, that is brilliant.
Yeah, you got any idea who ASAP Rocky is? It's like, I'd never even heard of him.
Yeah,
Them,
great.
I don't know. What is it?
Them, yeah.
It's just
Multiple dudes.
Yeah, is it a band?
No, it's a guy.
It's just a guy.
It's just
is
a
it?
rapper. Yeah.
I still don't know. I still have never heard it.
Yeah, ASAP Rocky.
ASAP.
Yeah, with a dollar sign in it.
Yeah,
of
not
course.
ASAP.
Yeah, no. As soon as possible, Rocky.
That's what it means.
I know. I wish you'd said the whole thing.
As soon as possible, Rocky.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Ghost of Satsuma 2.
Oh,
I know it was only cinematics that we saw,
yeah, pretty much.
but straight away I'm like,
amazing.
it's amazing.
The first one made for PS5 because the other one was a
it's a
PS4
PS4 game. Yeah. And it's the director's cut to Ghosts, and then the kind of subsequent like PC releases as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you see it running on a high-end PC, it is unbelievable how good Satsuma looks.
It blows my mind playing it on my GPU. It's like, whoa.
Ridiculous levels of beauty. You were getting it at like 110 FPS or something, weren't you?
Yeah, well, at 4K,
Yeah.
I was getting it just under the 100 mark, which was mad.
I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Yeah.
You're playing that on the Ally X.
I know, like maxed out settings at 4K.
On this giant TV, I was like, this is insane.
Bear in mind, I'm using an eGPU for anyone wondering. But but yeah, it looks incredible.
Yeah.
So that game holds up like massively.
So what's the next one going to be like?
I think because I think we've hit the like peak of diminishing returns.
Yeah, it does feel like that.
Like, so I don't feel like graphic fidelity is going to get any better. We're just going to start striving for like more stable FPS,
FPS, I think.
draw distance,
shadings, ray tracing.
Yeah, ray tracing and stuff like that. That's what needs to happen. I don't care for any more fidelity.
All about lighting, because lighting's the thing that gives it away as not being real.
Yes. So I feel like that needs to be the thing, like less pop in and like just more draw distance and stuff, which I think that's what they're going to focus on.
Yeah.
And
especially as technologies improve for like upscaling, frame generation and stuff.
Yeah.
And frame syncing, all of the demands on the GPU actually start to get reduced.
Yes. Yeah.
So you have bigger headspace, and as like VRAM gets quicker as well. Seeing like the next generations.
Yeah.
That headroom gets increased basically for like focusing on things like ray tracing.
Yeah,
and stuff
totally.
like that.
Did you see, just to put it in there since we're talking about this, that they've leaked the specs of NVIDIA's RTX 5090, like the flagship? It's going to have 32 gig of RAM on a graphics card.
What?
32
It's
gig.
a whole system.
32
It's a whole
gigs.
system.
It's insane. But anyway, there we go.
That's like a whole system on a GPU, isn't it?
Yeah, it's insane.
That's insane.
But yeah, I mean, Ghost of Yeti looks incredible.
I think
Absolutely incredible.
because that's coming 2025. It's probably going to be the back end of 2025 by the sounds of it.
But let's just talk about that.
Yeah.
They've given a date, and I'm pretty sure that they're confident with that.
Yeah.
Because Ghost originally kept getting delayed and stuff. It got like announced in 2018. It took nearly 3 years to come out. Like it came out at the end of 2020.
Yeah.
So that was a long time where we kept like not hearing anything about it, and then came out. Now they've just announced this. We're at the end of 24, basically now. We're in the last quarter, aren't we? Right. And they're saying 2025. So I agree with you. I reckon it would be more in a year's time from now kind of thing. But I feel like they're confident that it will come next year.
I've got this kind of blind faith that 2025 is going to be the year where this generation suddenly makes sense.
Yeah, starts getting good.
I think there's some really exciting potential coming. And I think the PS5 Pro, as much as I've criticized it, and I think all those criticisms are valid, I think next year it will really make sense to exist.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I totally agree.
I just think off the top of my head, those two big games that are going to land at the end of 2025.
Yeah.
The new Ghosts and GTA 6.
Yes.
And if they still have that marketing arrangement with the Grand Theft Auto titles where they're limited time exclusive on PlayStation, wow, the PS5 Pro will make loads of sense in that moment, and I think they'll do really well with it in that moment. right now it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, I get you.
But it might make loads more sense.
I think it'll make more sense next year.
Yeah.
And that's why after we saw the Ghost announcement, I said, looks like I'm buying a PS5 Pro next year.
Yeah.
Because, that's something that they're not going to do a PC release immediately.
No.
Like, it took them 4 years to take it from PlayStation to PC, for the first game. I'm not waiting 4 years.
No, it'll be a while.
So
they're smart enough to know that if we just drop it on PC straight away, then
yeah. But who knows? Who knows?
Going back to the Ubisoft thing from the earlier conversation, that's one thing they've done with Outlaws.
I was trying to think of how we could bring that back into.
I just jumped straight to it.
So they've always Ubisoft. They did it with Division 2, I think.
Yeah.
Was when they went, let's try the Epic thing.
Yeah.
So Epic. If you don't know, Steam charged 30% of all sales. Epic charged 12%, and they will also do a 0% if you solely launch your game on our platform only for like a 6 to 12 month deal. So the company get all the money. So Ubisoft did that with Division 2, did really well. So they went, okay, and they just ditched Steam and then just released everything on Epic's games to save more money. And then slowly started giving stuff back to Steam, like after time, when people didn't really care so much, but they wanted some more money. So they did that. And now, obviously, the stocks have fallen like right through the floor. No one's bought Star Wars Outlaws because it's only on freaking Epic or Ubisoft Plus or
Which
whatever.
no one's got.
No one wants to use that.
No.
Like, people are on Steam, like they are they're pretty much the monolith here. Do you know what I mean? Like the monopoly, pretty much. So now Ubisoft have just turned around and gone, all right, we're going to start day one in stuff again on Steam as well, and just take that hit, I guess.
Didn't they put Outlaws on Steam?
Yes, it's November 21st, I think.
So within, 2 months, it's gone, wow.
Yeah, straight to Steam.
Yeah, anyway, that was a weird tangent that I just...
Yeah, it's cool. I wanted to talk about that. Yeah. It was in my head. I was like, I want to talk about
that. End of next year, new Ghost game. Definitely feels like it's the moment for the PS5 Pro, that and GTA 6, and I'm sure there's going to be some other big hitters around then.
Yes, it was my highlight of the show.
It was absolutely the standout moment. That was like, I've been waiting to see this, and I think everyone was the same.
I was a little bit surprised, but I'm happy that they've gone with a brand new story. So
it's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, so Jin Sakai is no longer there from Satsuma.
Unless he's like 400 years old.
Exactly, yeah. I think they'll like probably reference it, or there'll be like some sort of like something
it's a different
there.
location as well. Yes. It's obviously hence the name.
Yeah, we're not in Satsuma land anymore.
No, the land of Satsuma.
The island of Satsuma.
Now in the land of Yetis.
Yes, we're in the Yeti land. So we're looking for Bigfoot, with samurai swords. It's great,
Bigfoot and samurai swords.
Yeah, the Bigfoot's got katanas and stuff like that.
Wow.
He's got big feet, but he's got big hands, so he can hold many katanas.
Is he like Wolverine?
Yes, that's what I was picturing as well. Yeah, he has like 3 in each hand. It's good. But anyway, so we're in mainland Japan now.
Yeah.
Set right at the north of the island, I believe. And it looks so cool. Like the shot where you've got the freaking mountain.
The Utai Mountain.
And no, the Yeti Mountain.
Yeti Mountain, yeah.
And then the character, which is now a female protagonist, was there, and that like swooping camera shot. I was just like, do you know what I mean? Like that really made me like go, man, like this looks sick. So new story, 300 years later, mainland Japan.
But same kind of premise, basically. You're a wandering badass in a changing world.
Yes.
And that's kind of the premise of Satsuma.
Yes.
Although it's a different time frame now.
Yes, and it will be slightly different. So Ghosts seem to be the series now.
Yes.
So it's going to be Ghosts of whatever the next Bigfoot. Ghosts of Bigfoot, that might be the next one.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had Satsumas, we've got Yetis.
Yeah.
Could be Bigfoot.
That's interesting. Definitely the highlight of the show.
Yes.
I want to go through some of the other bits and see if they kind of sway anyone on the PS5 Pro because I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about the other stuff. It feels very short. And considering Ghosts is a whole year away at least.
Yes.
It's still thin for PlayStation. The Astrobot DLC is coming.
Very quick. Do you think it's only just come out?
Yeah, I think it's November it drops.
Yeah.
I think I'm right in that. Speedrunning levels as well and some more...
I just found it very strange that like they announced it so fast after releasing the game.
I think they had obviously already had it made, ready to drop. I think it's been pushed forward
because of Ubisoft. They copied Ubisoft by saying, like, there's DLC releasing half the game.
I don't know if is it a paid DLC?
God knows, no idea. I think it's free.
I think it was pushed forward purely because they've acknowledged that it's one of the best successes they've had.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
And it does cover up a lot of the kind of friction.
Concord.
Concord? The reports came out about how much it cost.
400 million? That's the real reason the PS5 Pro is 700.
Yes, it is.
Isn't it?
400 million.
$400 million.
I don't know the exact up-to-date PS5 sales, the unit sales, but I'm pretty sure it's like 70 million units they've sold, 65, 70 million.
Yeah.
And they spent $400 million on one game that they deleted in 10 days.
Yeah, they went...
Was it 6 years they took to make it?
8 years. 8 years and nearly $500 million for something that they just flushed.
They'd spent 200 million and the game wasn't ready yet. They then got pressure from PlayStation to rush out the release, so they had to hire in other studios, and they spent the same budget again hiring third-party contractors.
It's ridiculous.
400 million. Anyway. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
PS5 remaster.
So,
okay, my instant reaction is, can we stop releasing PS4 games now?
Yes. Why not remaster games that need remastering?
Yeah.
This game still feels modern to me.
It is still modern. It had an update.
I know, yeah. And it looks great. Like, I've got it on PC. Yeah. And it looks really good. So I was like, why are you remastering this?
To clarify for everyone, its original launch it was PS4, and I think it was 2019, 2018, 2019. Yeah. And then
that's 7 years old.
21, they did...
Not. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. 21, they did an updated version for it to come out on PS5.
Yes, that's it.
And it enabled basically that choice that you get on PS5, the graphics mode, which was up to 4K, and then all performance mode, which was, I think they were targeting 60 FPS with it.
Don't remember. Yeah, probably.
And it looks fine. It looks fine. You had the PC port of that as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
Nixes did that.
Yeah, that's what I got. The PC port.
I don't know if Nixes helped with that.
They helped
actually
them. Yeah.
And that looks amazing as well. It looks like a modern game. Like you've talked about diminishing returns. It's on that scale, quite close to the top. Yeah. Doesn't need a remaster.
Definitely doesn't need a remaster. They've done The Last of Us.
100% done The Last of Us.
They released The Last of Us on PS3.
Yeah.
The year later, they brought out The Last of Us remastered for PS4.
Yeah.
When the PS4 came out, it was like literally within a year they remastered it. There's pretty much the same kind of vibes.
It's the same vibes.
It's weird though, isn't it? Like, why don't you choose a game from like the PS1 era and like actually remaster it?
I fully believe, a bit like the Astrobot DLC, PlayStation is scrabbling around for successes.
Yeah.
And when big companies do that, they just look to what was successful before.
Yeah. What was successful last year? Let's remaster it.
Can we re-release that somehow?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier, as a gamble, it's a lot easier to bet on that than it is to bet on something that's totally new, i.e. Concord.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. But
the upside of it.
Yeah, the upside, though, with Horizon was, because I went into this going, are you joking? I've already got it on PC.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying that again. Do you know what I mean? I was like, no one should. And it would be like a 70 quid release just to have like, you know, a couple more pixels or whatever. And I was like, man. And then I was watching the images and I was like, okay, it does look pretty good.
Does it?
Like, you know, the before and after and stuff. I was like, it looks pretty cool. And then when it came to like $10 upgrade, so that's not bad.
If you've already got
I was like, that's pretty good.
They did that with Last of Us Part 2, didn't they?
Yes, yeah.
If you've already got it, it's $10 to upgrade, which you go, that's not too bad.
No.
Okay. And then you see, actually, it's Nixes that are doing the whole remaster and the PC release as well.
Now it's worth it.
Yeah.
Anything they touch is gold. Yeah. Like, they are masters.
They are very, very good. It is a PlayStation studio, so it's PlayStation owned
Yeah.
since 2018, I think it was.
Yes, yeah.
And they've been responsible for a lot of the ports of PlayStation games to PC, and they do a phenomenal job at it.
They are,
they did Forbidden West.
Yes.
I think that was the most recent one.
Yes.
They did Ghosts as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
PC port of that, which is obviously really good.
They did all the Spider-Man, Tomb Raider, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
God of War, I think.
I think they did as well, yeah.
But so the whole point of this is to make it look like Forbidden West. So Zero Dawn just felt a bit out of place if you played them back to back. So they've done this $10 upgrade thing to make it fall in line to be like equal with the other one. And for me, that I've already got it on Steam, but I've not played it.
Will the upgrade be on PC as well?
Yes.
No, but I mean, will it be a $10 upgrade on PC as well?
Yeah, it will. Yeah, absolutely. It'll be the same across.
Yeah, it's it's good. Is that, because that's like imminent.
Yeah.
Is that enough to make you buy a PS5 Pro?
Oh, no.
Of course not.
No.
It's a PS4 game.
Yeah.
This is my kind of frustration of right now. I get the need for a PS5 Pro because it is a jump. There's a visible jump.
Yeah.
For the future, I get it.
Yes.
For next year, I get it. But right now, there's nothing that makes me want to go, oh, I definitely need that.
If you hadn't played Rebirth, would you be saying the same thing?
If I hadn't played Rebirth and I'd seen the difference, then I'd definitely have PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
But I've already completed it.
Yeah,
already
exactly. I wouldn't play it again. And that's what I was trying to say about this Horizon thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you played it, why would you bother upgrading it?
I think a game has to be somehow super special for you to play a big game that's over 50 hours.
And then play it again.
And then to play it again.
Yes.
There has to be
It's got to
something.
be like Resident Evil 4 level.
Yeah. It has to be something huge about it.
Yeah. But for me, that's got Horizon, but not played it, I actually owned it on PS4 and PC. So I had 2 copies of the game and never played it.
Yeah.
So now I will pay the $10 upgrade and still never play it. No, I will go and play it at some point, but I might as well play this Nixie's polished
It'll be the best version of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do that. I will pay it. Even though I went, why are they remastering this? I'm the sucker that says, oh, why are you doing that?
If you've not played it or not even played part of these games, it'll be the optimum way of playing it. It'll be the way of doing it. And okay, it makes sense kind of in that situation.
Yeah.
But it's still focusing resources and marketing effort on a PS4 game. And I think that's the thing everyone's kind of fed up with now with this generation. Anyone who's vocal about it anyway is like, PS4 just never went away.
No, it never did. No, they might as well be like the Series S of PlayStation. They might as well have just kept selling them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, if you go on the PlayStation site, you can still buy the controllers.
You sent me that the other day. I went, why?
I was just looking around for looking around for controllers, just curious, and I was like, PS4 controller, the DualSense, PS4, whatever they called it, DualShock.
I suppose it makes sense because they're making so many PS4 games still, right? And most people have a PS4.
Yeah.
They're like, we better sell controllers so when they break, we're getting the money.
They're still 50 quid as well.
Yeah, of course, because of that reason.
Seems mental. And talking of pointless controllers, beautiful segue, PS5 Chroma Edition.
And the plates for the PS5. It's like weird, like anodized, petrol-y look.
Yeah, well, chroma, so they're kind of reflective like chrome.
Yeah.
But coloured.
Yeah. They're like pearlescent-y, aren't they?
It looks like a girl's bedroom from the 1980s.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Shiny pink metal.
They're just a bit odd.
And the controllers look vile. They look slippery.
The controllers are worse. I think the plates look better for the PS5 itself rather than the controllers.
The controller looks like it's going to slip out your hands.
Yes.
It just doesn't. No,
I don't like that.
They can keep all of those, thanks.
Yeah. On the other side, Xbox, released the Cypher transparent ones. Oh.
Yeah, they do look nice.
I'm going to get one.
We're not allowed to talk about Xbox today.
I'm buying one.
You're buying one. It's only 160 quid.
It's fine.
It's fine. Probably your favourite game of the last, I'm going to say 10 years.
Oh, no. Alan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alan Wake 2 DLC. Obviously, this is cross-platform.
Yeah.
And Xbox were very keen to point that out instantly.
Out that almost everything in this entire show was cross-platform.
Yeah, they were straight away like, oh, you can get these games on Xbox too. But you do the same. Come on. Yeah. Everyone does the same thing.
Yes.
And Alan Wake should be a cross-platform game because as many people as possible should be getting access to it.
Yeah, it is.
So the DLC.
The Lake House.
The Lake House.
Yeah, it's going to be...
You've pre-ordered it, haven't you?
I already have the deluxe edition, which gives me entitlement
to it. That was it, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got the previous expansion that came out a few months ago.
Big the Lake House is?
No, but it's going to be crossing the border between Alan Wake and the Control universe.
Oh.
So the game Control. So the game
They're
Control.
Set in the same universe?
Yeah, they all are. Every game by Remedy are all in the same universe.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
Quantum... what is it?
I don't know.
Quantum Break.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well remembered.
Control, Alan Wake, and I even want to say Max Payne, but I'm not too sure on that one. They're all set in the same universe. So in Control, there's a whole Alan Wake DLC that brings in Alan in, like, I won't go too far into it, but and merges those lines of story. And in Alan Wake 2, again, I won't spoil it for people, but there might be some stuff from Control in the main base game.
Wow.
Right, and now this is going to expand on that link between Control and Alan Wake.
That's
as far
really
as
cool.
I'm aware.
That's really cool.
Because when I played through Alan Wake 2, you can go to the lighthouse already, but you can't get in. It's locked.
Yeah, okay.
And I spent ages trying to find, how do I get in this lighthouse? And I realized it's not even in the game yet. You can't get in there because it's part of the expansion.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, fine. And now it's coming, which is cool.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm well hyped for that.
Yeah. It doesn't even get, it gets a lot of plaudits. I don't think it gets enough as a game.
Yeah. And I think it didn't sell very well.
No, it didn't. No.
And it should.
And it wasn't even like a full price.
No, I think it was a cheap release. I think
sure
it was 50 quid.
40, 50 quid.
Yeah, I think so. It's phenomenal. It's going to be the Silent Hill 2 we wanted.
Well, and that's the thing. When they did the Silent Hill 2 remaster, they're calling it,
coming out like in a few weeks.
Yeah, and they start showing the gameplay. It's like it doesn't look as good as.
Should have got Nixies on it.
Maybe they should have got Remedy on it.
Yeah. Oh no, they totally should have.
Yeah.
If Remedy got their hands on Silent Hill 2, imagine a Silent Hill Alan Wake crossover.
Yeah.
It
sounds like your dream game. To be honest.
Would be, yeah. Well, Alan Wake 2 took me by surprise. One of my favorite all-time games already.
Yeah.
But there we go.
Did you see Hell Is Us?
I did, yes, and I thought it looked pretty cool.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's this weird kind of modern with medieval swords.
Yeah.
Horror-y.
Yeah, is that the one with the faceless people?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
The faceless. It looks. I don't know how to feel about it. Actually,
Me either. I don't feel like I saw enough.
Yeah.
But I saw it and I remember going, "Oh,
it's kind of interesting.
This looks quite cool." Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't what I was expecting, and I was quite happy by the end of it, of being like, keep that on my radar.
It kind of Silent Hill vibes in some ways.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like
I
the atmosphere.
You. Yeah. Those faceless people for sure reminded me of like the nurses in Silent Hill. So
creepiness. Powerworld got its PS5 Pro launch.
That really
PS5
spanned
launch.
me out seeing that, because I was like, didn't Xbox back it? And then I realized it was on Game Pass Xbox.
It was
on release.
Yeah.
So it was like Steam and Xbox Game Pass.
Yes.
And I didn't know if Xbox, like Microsoft, had a hand in like helping fund them or something.
I don't think so. I think it was just greenlit for Game Pass day one.
So I was a bit shocked to like seeing Powerworld on PlayStation. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think for me the interesting part of this is that it's been released on PS5 now. It's out everywhere, but Japan. They had to announce that it's delayed in Japan.
Yes,
and they've not said why.
Yeah,
I think we all know why.
Oh yes, yeah. Papa Pokemon is coming for their ass.
Pokemon is gunning for Pokemon with guns. Yeah. Obviously, there's the ongoing court case, the ongoing patent infringement, and you actually told me this morning what it's about.
Supposedly, the only thing people can come to, because it's obviously not a copyright infringement.
No.
Because that would have happened immediately.
Yeah.
They've waited a long time to come at them from this. Everyone seems to believe, and I agree, that it's to do with the patent Nintendo have over the Pokeball system. So throwing a ball, capturing like a thing in it.
I'm sure there's been other games where you capture creatures.
Not in the same vein of literally ripping off Pokemon, where they actually have a
Pokeball. That bit is very close. Like... I was kind of a bit more forgiving of the similarity in character design.
Yes.
Because a lot of the Pokemon characters are based off kind of existing different mythological creatures that exist in different stories.
Yeah, or Dragon Quest.
And of course, Dragon Quest existed, as you put up a beautiful picture earlier. Like they are the same as the Dragon Quest creatures. So these creatures have existed in different kind of orientations, but I will acknowledge it's very close.
It's very close.
It's kind of obvious why they've done it. But I reckon if it was a copyright infringement case, you'd probably get away with it.
Yeah, of course, because they now have guns.
It's different. There's a difference.
Yeah.
And you can't say, "Oh, we drew Anubis." It's like, well, the Egyptians did as well. Get with it.
Yeah.
So I was more forgiving of that. But when this patent infringement thing came up, I was like, I don't know why. What is it? What is it that they've... Because a patent is obviously something about how something works.
Yeah, be the mechanic of the Pokeball.
Yeah.
It absolutely will.
I'm surprised that Nintendo even had that patented.
Well, I think they patented it. I can never say that. Patent?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Like, I don't know, whatever.
I say it different every time.
Yeah, I think I do as well. So I think Nintendo patented it, whatever. After Power World came out. So I think Power World came out, and then immediately Nintendo went, whoop! We let that one slip, didn't we, boys? Better get that one in the bank.
It's like they sat and looked at it and went, that's obviously ripping us off.
Yeah.
How do we fight it?
Yeah, and then then
they've like reverse engineered a way of doing it.
Yes, exactly. And Nintendo aren't stupid, and they're very good at suing people.
That's what they do best.
So I don't feel like they've gone into this unless they know they're going to win.
Talking of Nintendo being litigious, that's your word of the day. Yeah. The amount of takedown requests they've been issuing on YouTube's really ramped up.
And on like Twitter and stuff, all the AI like images of Mario smoking and stuff. Have you seen that?
Samus in various different... not that I look for that.
Oh. You have to send me some links.
If I come across anything that disgusts me a lot, I'll send it to you.
Yeah. It needs revision, and then I'll report it.
Some of them are related to Square Enix trademarks as well.
Oh, yes. Yeah, maybe,
Anyway... Yeah, Nintendo have been going after a lot of YouTubers. There's a really big channel, Retro Game Core, I think he's called.
Yes, yeah.
Who obviously does a lot. A lot of emulators and stuff. And he was showing the MIG Switch dumper.
Yes.
And MIG Switch had to change their name to just the MIG dumper, I think it's called now.
That sounds like a great name. The MIG dumper.
Something like that. Because obviously it had Switch in it.
Yeah.
And Nintendo were like, you cannot be using that. And then using it for ripping off ROMs. But I'm pretty sure Retro Game Core was showing that the MIG Switch thing, and then showing some gameplay footage, and that gave Nintendo the to issue a takedown.
Yeah, right.
Now, if you roll back the clock a little bit, Nintendo would just before on YouTube were just taking down everyone's videos of any gameplay for a long time.
Yeah.
And on Twitch as well, they were just like, no DCMA, no, gone. And then it was kind of agreed that it would be allowed, and then publisher by publisher, it's kind of gameplay footage has been allowed to be used on YouTube.
Yes.
So it's been a while since we've seen companies starting to issue takedown requests just for gameplay footage. But Nintendo have started doing it on things they see as emulation.
Yes, because they're like, that's illegal.
Yeah.
But the thing is
it, isn't it?
But that's the funny thing is if you bought a MIG dumper, the MIG dump,
big dump,
the big dump, and had a Switch cartridge, put it in that, pulled the ROM yourself, and then played it on your device. That is the legal way of doing it.
It is, yes,
because you have access to that license to play that.
Yeah,
you've not shared it online,
I think,
and you haven't downloaded it from someone else.
They get around it by saying that you're circumventing the copyright protection, which is against the terms.
Right, okay.
And if you find ways of circumventing the copyright protection, then you've broken your license. And sharing that information is enough for them to say that you're breaking the law.
Yeah, okay. Well, like publishing it to the wider...
How to circumvent the copyright protection that's in the cartridges. Which I'm pretty sure is what the MIG Switch does.
Yeah, it must do. Yeah.
Because it enables you to play ROMs on your Switch, which is obviously not what the Switch is designed for.
Yes.
And I guess that rule about saving ROMs is just that, is to archive your ROMs.
Yes, but that's the thing. I would be tempted to get one of those MIG dumpers.
Yeah. Because
I've got a crap ton of physical Switch games.
Yeah.
I'd love to pull them all off and illegally play them on my LIX at 60 FPS instead of 21.
Wait. That's not a terrible idea.
No, it's great. We should contact them. Hey guys, do you want to send us one?
What, Nintendo?
Nintendo, yeah.
We're thinking of... all right. Stellar Blade.
Oh.
Stellar Blade gets its near automated crossover.
Straight away I was pissed off.
Why?
With Stellar Blade people. Because I thought this was the perfect time to announce the PC version.
Oh.
And it wasn't.
At the PlayStation State of Play?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Screw the PlayStation stuff. You don't need PS5 Pro.
PlayStation, all they're interested in is getting people buying the PS5 Pro.
Nah.
Which is kind of why I'm going through these my highlights anyway, because it's not all of them.
Yeah.
and trying to like, does any of these justify a PS5 Pro right now?
Oh no, I get you, but I'm changing the subject.
I know you are. Yeah.
Just like we were talking about Horizon, they mentioned and on PC too.
Yeah, they did,
they made a big deal about it because they want to promote their PC stuff for the PC players. And Stellar Blade said that it's basically going to be in the near future. Oh, maybe because of near. Maybe that was an in joke.
Yes.
Is it coming to PC in the near future?
In the near, NIER.
Yeah. But anyway, so I was like, yeah, come on, announce it. Nah.
I can't get my head around this Nier Automata crossover, actually what that means. Is it just the characters in Stellar Blade?
Oh, yeah, I think
so. Is that all it is?
It seems like this will be a
Stellar
DLC.
Blade in the Nier Automata universe?
I don't know, one or the other. I think Nier comes to the Stellar Blade
It's
universe,
what it looks like.
and it looks like some sort of tag teamy, like side questy
and
thing.
That's cool.
It's going to be great because they're very similar games.
Yes.
Like they're parallel kind of things.
It's cool. And then of course we've got probably the one thing announced that's going to happen right now that would make me want to buy a PS5 Pro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Stellar Blade photo mode.
8K.
8K booty shots.
Yeah, up the skirt shot with Nier as well.
Oh wow, okay. It's going
2B.
to be the most abused feature of any game ever made.
Yes.
I think ever.
Yes, especially when it comes to PC.
My God,
The
the mods. Oh, the mods.
That's why they're holding back. They're like, it's going to get 18 plus over here in a minute.
Well, there was a publisher asking people to be to not be too rude with their mods on a game, and I can't remember what it was.
That was recent.
Yeah, like the other day.
It was Final Fantasy.
Was it really?
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16.
It was Square begging people not to like.
Please don't
mod Tifa anymore.
Stop putting titties in.
Yeah,
please.
I mean,
yeah.
We made them unrealistically attractive as it is. Don't make it worse.
But yeah, on Final Fantasy 16's PC launch, they came out and said
that was it.
Please be nice.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah. Everyone's going to
make a naked mod.
And do you know what is going to really enthuse people to do it? Is when people in suits tell them not to do it.
Yes, yeah, they're going to absolutely do it.
Definitely doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stellar Blade photo mode. I just know what's going to happen with that.
That's going to break the internet.
Twitter is going to get destroyed. Yes. Reddit's going down.
Yeah, that's it.
And so is my search history. The final thing, and this was my absolute surprise highlight.
Oh, yeah.
I was not expecting this. It's not enough to make me want to buy a PS5 Pro because it doesn't look like a PS5 Pro type.
Yes.
Like it needs it. But it is a game that I'm going to buy.
Yes.
And I was not expecting it. It's called The Midnight Walk.
It looked really cool.
Really cool.
Really, really cool.
Claymation horror.
Yes.
First person.
Yes.
And it's also coming out for the VR2, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not into the VR2, so you can keep that. But it's coming out on PS5.
But I like the fact that it's like a hybrid thing. So that you
can
can play it
both.
either, not only on
I think
VR2.
then maybe the VR thing makes a bit more sense.
Yes.
Because now it's like an optional thing. It enhances the game experience if you're into VR.
Yes.
Wicked.
Yeah. Or if you've bothered to spend so much money on one.
Yeah, buying a PlayStation all over again just for the headset.
PS5 Pro.
Yeah. Claymation horror game. It was like Nightmare Before Christmas kind of vibes.
It's like, it reminded me a bit of Little Nightmares mixed with Harold Halibut.
Ooh, good shout.
With a bit of Tim Burton.
Very Tim Burton. That's
and then a bit of Skyrim in there just because it's first person.
Honestly, looked really cool.
It looks amazing.
Almost like if Roald Dahl did a horror game.
Yes. It really did, actually. It really did. Some of those creatures.
What's he called? The illustrator? Quentin Blake, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very similar to that, actually. Yeah, no, good memory.
Yeah.
Memory? Memory. Remembering and memory is membering.
Good membering.
Good membering there, sir.
Membering someone is very different.
It is. Dismembering?
I think there'll probably be some Stellar Blade mods that member.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Keep your member out of this.
Honestly, it was a surprise highlight. I don't know if there'd been announcements about this game before.
No, I think this was the first
reveal. Because I'd not heard anything. And
I hadn't.
I do tend to try and keep up.
Yes.
Hence what we do here. I hadn't seen anything about it, so it was a real surprise.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't make me buy a PS5 Pro though.
No, No. That wasn't a PS5 Pro seller. That was just a cool game. The only PS5 Pro seller there for me was Ghosts of Yeti.
Which isn't out until next year,
No.
probably a year away.
And that's brilliant for me because in a year's time, I'll probably find the PS5 Pro on sale and get it for a normal price.
Yeah.
And then be able to play it.
It's kind of where my head's at. I might see if like your local used shop has one for slightly cheaper by next year.
Can you imagine CEX with the PS5 Pro? It would be like 10 grand.
PS5 or the 30th anniversary edition.
They'll have one in the window of every shop because it would be their employees that bought them.
They bought it.
Yeah. And they'll just be sat there like a holy grail with lights on it, getting sun damage through the window.
So the roller coaster goes like this. PS5 Pro was launched or announced.
Yeah.
I crapped my pants.
Yes.
Because it was 700.
Yes.
Well, actually, if I wanted to buy it properly, it's like 830 quid.
Yeah.
Because I need a stand and I need a disc drive. So like £830 for a PlayStation. I was like, no chance. Then I saw Ghosts of Yeti.
Yeti. Yeah.
And I was like, now I want a PS5 Pro to play that.
Yes.
In my head, I've also got GTA 6 coming as well. Which
exactly.
Everyone's that's going to break gaming.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it's as good as everyone hopes it's going to be.
Yeah.
Then I saw the rest of the state of play.
Yeah.
And I'm back to, I don't need a PS5 Pro.
Yeah. I mean, this was just a state of play, though, not a showcase.
I know, but it was like, was it like 40 minutes long?
Yeah, a good half an hour, wasn't it?
There's probably 20 games announced.
I don't remember.
20 announced. It was long.
Yeah, it was long.
For a state of play, it was really long.
Yeah.
And I totally acknowledge it's not a full showcase. So it's not all the upcoming stuff.
Yeah.
It was more about what's kind of immediately happening. And I think they chucked Ghosts in there.
As a, like,
something good's happening.
Saving show.
So it was that.
This is why you want a PS5 Pro.
Yeah. So if you took that out of the state of play.
Yeah, it was a bit meh.
Oh, it would broke the internet meh.
Yeah.
Like, what was the highlight?
Stellar Blade photo mode.
Stellar Blade photo mode. PS4 remaster.
Yeah.
Of Horizon or what?
Yeah.
The Midnight Walk, which is obviously like an indie kind of game.
Yeah.
Cool, but that's...
Hell is Us or whatever.
Yeah,
cool.
Okay, cool, yeah.
It wasn't anything special, though, like that show without Satsuma's Yeti.
Yeah, and that's not a year, that's a year away. So it was a weird state of play.
Yes.
They even had Fortnite controllers in it.
I don't remember that. I blanked that from my mind.
Oh, you did the right thing. Yeah, it's a special edition
DualSense. Blue thing with like stickers on it. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
you could just do what you've done and...
Just buy your own stickers.
Exactly.
How they're keeping that alive, beyond me.
10-year-old kids. That's why.
But those 10-year-old kids are like 20 now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, anyway. Yes, so my point being, the journey I've gone on of like not wanting the PS5 Pro, really wanting it, and somehow justifying the price. And actually in that journey as well, it's the 30th anniversary edition. And there was a dark part of my brain that went, if it's a good price, you should buy it.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't want to buy it.
If I had the money...
But I don't know if I could afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
If I had the money there and it said that it was available, I would have bought one. I'll tell you that now. I would have bought one.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because I felt exactly the same. I hated myself every second.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I like this?
Yeah. I sold a PlayStation 5
because a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, because I didn't need it.
Didn't turn it on.
No, I never played it. And most of the PlayStation games are on PC. And my PC setup, even my Ally setup, is more powerful than a PS5 Pro.
Andy, I bought a PlayStation.
I still wanted it.
I bought a Portal.
I know. It's ridiculous. But take the price out of it. It is a desirable. No, I know, but it's a desirable system. If you look at it as a system, like it will be the best console experience PlayStation have ever made. Like,
PS5 Pro.
It will be, yeah,
definitely.
So I think it'd be really cool, and I definitely think by the end of next year, if Yeti comes out and GTA 6 is coming, if I can get one lower in price, then I'd probably buy one again.
The problem is, I guess. It depends on... Ghosts will definitely be locked to PlayStation.
Yeah,
clearly.
Annoyingly.
Yeah.
Get people like me to buy them.
Yeah.
Buy in again.
GTA won't be.
It might be at launch.
Yeah, at launch it will be, but be very quickly it will go cross-platform.
Don't know. GTA 5 took how long?
I don't know, because I didn't look.
A long time.
I was like all about PlayStation then.
Yeah,
all I cared about.
Right. Well, to PC at least, years.
Yeah, PC was a long time. I know that.
Xbox got to be, again, probably years. I think it was at least a couple of years.
Well, then you've got no choice. You have to buy PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, everything else, because like the Final Fantasies, they'll go cross-platform because they already are now.
Yeah.
So the next edition of Final Fantasy 7 will be cross-platform. Bingo card time. It's the first time I've said it.
Yes. Wow.
Wow. God, we're like an hour and a quarter in. I've not said it yet. That'll be cross-platform. So, like, I was like, oh, do you get PS5 Pro or do you just get whatever the next Xbox is going to be if you're only getting one? Because the next Xbox will be quite quick after that.
Yeah, that's actually real tough. Because
you're getting the PS5 Pro just for Ghosts.
Yeah.
Then it becomes difficult again.
Yeah, especially when you think I anticipate Xbox to release next gen 2026.
Yep.
So the end of 2025, I'm thinking, let's get a PS5 Pro.
I think it might be 25.
Well, if it is, then, sorry, PlayStation.
Because
I know what I'm buying.
They've skipped the mid-gen update.
Yeah.
They've said it's going to be earlier than expected.
Yeah.
2026 would make it only 1 year earlier.
Yeah. Well, I would have thought it'd be 2 years earlier. Because
they're not 2020 PlayStation 5 Xbox.
Yeah. But I think it was meant to have an 8-year lifespan.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right. So that's why I'm thinking 2026, 2 years earlier.
Yeah, maybe.
So to leave the next year to develop it a bit more.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see it next year.
I hope so. I'd be well up for getting the new Xbox.
Because also, I think we've gone on to Xbox, which I didn't really want to, but I will acknowledge.
But you're such a fanboy,
Yeah.
You had to bring it in somehow.
I think they acknowledge that they need to do some really drastic stuff to catch up.
Yeah, just like Ubisoft.
Commercially. I think Ubisoft need to be broken up.
Yeah.
Into smaller, like more hungry companies.
Yeah, I think what they're doing now is going to be a good move for them.
Also, unfortunately for them, they're Ubisoft.
Yeah.
If they change their name, if they published under a different name,
hard. Yeah.
I think people just they see Ubisoft game and expect it to be bad.
Yeah. There is a hype train.
Yeah, I saw it when we were talking about like our positivity towards Outlaws.
Yes.
But even before it came out, we're like, this actually looks like it'd be quite good.
Yeah.
And people are like, it's an Ubisoft game. It's not going to be any good.
Yes. Yeah.
Just like they were.
That was in the CEO guy's email, basically saying about trying to change like perception.
Was
and
it?
Stuff. Yeah.
Makes loads of sense. So they pulled out the Tokyo Game Show.
Yes.
And they delayed the Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
And their stock price is absolutely tanked as well.
And now they're releasing day one across all platforms.
Yeah, so
good.
Yeah, a lot needs to change for them. They need to be broken up.
Yeah.
In some way.
Yeah, I think this is the change they needed though. As far as I'm like sad about Outlaws not doing so good, they've said that they're going to commit to even more fixes and whatever.
Yeah.
But that's why they've pulled Assassin's Creed. He even said in that email, like, it's playable, everything's cool, but we want to polish it now, which always should be the thing. Yeah, why never do a Cyberpunk? Never.
No.
Release it best it should be.
Yeah, anyway. Xbox have similar problems.
Yeah.
Especially in Europe and Asia. They're probably worse in Japan than they are in Europe.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are behind. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if next year. And then if that is the case, if it's next year, back to the PlayStation thing. What do you get?
If it's next year, I would immediately get the Xbox no matter what, just because we Game Pass everything,
And it'll be the next generation.
And it'll be the next gen, the biggest generational leap anyone's ever seen in gaming.
Yeah, right? I wonder how much we're going to see, like physically feel and see.
I think it's going to be. I think they go NVIDIA and we get DLSS in there, and that will still outperform Pisser.
Yeah, of course it will. I love that they've called it that.
Well, they had that. I know we're not talking about Xbox, but we are now. They had that direct thing, whatever they did, and
at Tokyo Game Show.
No, like ages ago.
Oh, the business direct,
where they just randomly shat on AMD for like a solid 2 minutes.
It was the weirdest moment,
and then just turned around and like left.
Yeah,
they're like, and everyone knows AMD suck.
Yeah,
bye, and then that was it. That's all they said. They
why have you done this?
And I was like. Right. Then in that same show, they go, oh, by the way, we're working on the next gen.
Yeah.
It's going to be the biggest generational leap.
And everyone knows AMD's struggling.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay. Do you know what I mean? So in my opinion, they're going to do a Nintendo, work with NVIDIA on some sort of custom chip that's going to have its own dedicated DLSS AI, chip. And that's going to be
2025 is going to be the biggest year for gaming in this generation.
Yeah. Once we start getting into that stuff, it's going to be huge.
There's all of that stuff happening. the advancements in PC handhelds, and because of these things,
yes,
Switch 2 is going to happen.
Yes, I can't wait.
I wouldn't be surprised if we hear something from Steam Deck.
Yes, yeah,
because of the time frame.
They need to hold on. I don't want them to.
I know, but I wouldn't be surprised if we hear something.
Well, yeah, okay. Next year, if they announce for 2026, then I'm fine.
Yeah,
don't release it next year when you're not ready.
Big games coming. PS5 Pro suddenly makes sense. In fact, the PS5 Pro kind of has to exist in that landscape because PS5 will be actually really lagging behind.
Yeah. Well, the PS5 Pro is what the PS5 should have been.
100% should have been, yeah.
It should have been released as that.
Yeah. Anyway, we've rabbited on about PlayStation for an hour and 20 minutes, so I'm going to finish it with a final question.
I'm going to finish it with a final question to you.
Go on then.
Are you going to be buying the PS5 Pro next year?
That was the same question I had for you. Why are we the same person? Am I going to be buying it next year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
If the price is right.
Someone quote him. Okay.
Yes, asterisk.
Yeah.
If it's cheaper than the PS5.
Yeah.
Well, no, I just think we saw the PS5 fluctuate in price from PlayStation quite a bit up and down.
Yes.
And I kind of anticipate they might do that next year with the PS5 Pro, probably towards the end of the year, admittedly.
Yes.
Right now, I don't see enough of a leap to go from PS to bother in the games that are out now.
Yeah, I agree.
But once we start seeing games that are way more demanding and that are worth it, then it suddenly has to make sense. I also don't think I've had enough value out of my PS5 yet,
as it is,
to enable me to buy the PS5
That's
Pro.
why I sold mine.
Yeah, and what if I sell it now? I'll probably get like $250 for it, something like that. I can't remember what you got.
I got $280 with some games,
and you had it boxed as well. I don't know where my box is, so maybe $200.
Yeah.
So you take that $200 off the PS5 Pro, it's still £600. I struggle with that.
Yeah.
Especially with Switch 2's coming out as well.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm getting that day one.
But I would still have a good experience with the PS5.
Yeah.
I would be honest, I reckon the people with PS4 Pros now are still having an okay experience.
Yes.
Because most of the games play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not as good.
That would be the bigger leap, going from a PS4 or a PS4 Pro to a PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
That would be the worthy leap now.
Yeah. I think so.
I think base PS5 wasn't worth it.
No, I totally agree with that. And at the time, I almost bought PS4 Pro, just held on.
I remember,
Which, if I had done, which probably would be smart advice in hindsight, bought the PS5 Pro then around the PS5 launch, held on until the PS5 Pro came out, I would see like a monumental
That's what
difference.
I mean, yeah. If you'd have done that, then it would have been a worthy upgrade.
Yeah.
And for me, it's not worth me jumping in yet. I mean, there's literally one game I want to play, which is Satsuma 2's Yeti.
It's difficult to buy a system for one game.
Yeah. But I know, like you said, GTA 6 is going to be around that time. So it makes sense to be like, cool. And hopefully in a year's time, it will be out a year.
Yeah.
We'll see the prices go down, or maybe a Black Friday deal or something.
That's what, you know. If it came to, honestly, if it came down to like 500 quid, I'd be like, yep, all over it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If I could get it for 500 quid, I'd be like, yeah, all right. I'll get it again.
What do you guys think? Is it finally time? I don't know which camera I should be looking at.
I'm always like
this.
sweeping across them. I'm like, I should start looking at your camera even though it can't see me.
You can look at my camera close up. What do you guys think? Is the PS5 Pro, does it make sense now after the state of play, after we've seen some more announcements, or is it still too early? Should we be holding off? Let us know down in the comments below. And once you're down and digging around, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you're in podcast land, we love your faces.
Yes.
Thank you for being here, but your family miss you now. It's been 1 hour and 25 minutes or something. I know. I'm really hungry.
I'm starving.
So you should go and get some food too.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. What else should they do, Andy?
Become a member of the channel.
Yes.
Well, firstly, you should rate us if you're in,
Spotify
land or wherever you're listening to us. And yes, become a member and you can see these videos early sometimes, and you get to chat with us and our lovely community over in our private Discord.
We love them
as well.
They're the best.
Yes, there they are.
So until next time.
Bye.